it is time. Match number 2. Which is going to be, as we said, FF or EIGER Snipes You versus legit players. Vossdumi Ukase, EIGER Shinnoriko, Lilyflower, Chiv, Mabs taking on Badoo, Monko, 2K, Smarty, Woey, Shiny Chariot, Tatsuya, Kankan Kinekan, and Utsuha. This is going to be another very, very contested matchup. These are two teams who I think are just super evenly matched. You know, obviously, legit players, they are a team that forces you to tailor your entire strategy around a particular skill set. You know, Woey, Badoo, their low AR and reading prowess is ridiculous. There's really nobody that can match that pair on the things that they are good at, on their specialties. Wait, there was already a ban? I don't know. We're getting... So I mean, the way this goes is FF or EIGER Snipes You has to consider maps. They have to consider No Mod 6, they have to consider Hidden 3, they have to consider Free Mod 2, as just things that legit players are going to put up ridiculous scores on no matter what. When you've got Woey and Badoo, you've got low AR stuff in the pool, those players are going to do really, really impressive things pretty much no matter what. That being said, FF or EIGER Snipes You, I mean, you've got Voss and Dumi A seeds, you've got Ukase, EIGER B seeds, right? You've got some players who are very good at some different things. EIGER, one of the best combo game players in this tournament. You know, Shinnoriko at C seed, obviously, you know, has become a very well-rounded player. Used to be kind of just like known as a hidden one trick, but now plays speed, plays aim, plays a lot of different things. The D seed difference is going to be really huge, I think, in this match if legit players can take advantage of having Utsuha and Kinekan versus Chiv and Mavs. I think that is an area that legit players have a pretty big advantage in. I think with the mechanics double ban as well, you go DT1 Hard Rock 1 as the bans for legit players. You're gonna get rid of some raw mechanics. Meanwhile, if EIGER Snipes, you're gonna probably, you know, get rid of gimmick niche type stuff. So you're gonna see two teams that I think are gonna approach this match in very different ways. And it's going to be interesting to see FF or EIGER Snipes You's second ban. If they decide to go Free Mod 2, if they decide to go No Mod 6, or if they go somewhere different with this ban, that's going to be an interesting thing to see. And then, you know, what kind of stuff they decide to pick. You know, do they want to trend kind of into speed and stream type maps? Because I think if they're going to have an advantage anywhere, it's probably there. You know, obviously, Monko, Smarty, Kinekan, and then whoever the D seed for legit players, relatively decent at speed types of things, but compared to the relative strengths of like a Woey Badoo combo on more reading focused maps, not nearly so one-sided in this match. So I think you've got to like that as a possible approach for FF or EIGER Snipes You to this match. You know, legit players are almost certainly going to go more into the gimmickier types of skill sets in this. You know, you've got a lot of options, whether, you know, you've got No Mod 3 that Badoo is just going to FC every time, No Mod 4, as we said, No Mod 6. Free Mod 2 is an interesting one because you can play it Hard Rock and it's not the end of the world, but I think legit players will like that one more than FF or EIGER Snipes You, and it does end up getting banned. So really no surprise there. Hidden 3, Free Mod 2, the bans against Woey and Badoo. That's just to be expected. Hard Rock 1, DT1, you know, legit players kind of trying to avoid their weaknesses so much. And that does, however, leave a lot of options up. I think FFR EIGER Snipes You has to be thinking DT, has to be thinking speed. You know, if they've got players for Nomad 5, DT3, those are a couple of options for them. I think Nomad 1, pretty much a toss-up. Nomad 2, something that FFR EIGER Snipes You could be pretty solid on if they've got comfort on the Nomad 2 this week. But legit players just forces you to make very, very heavily considered picks because they are so strong in numerous skill sets. So this should be a fascinating match. I'm very curious to see what we end up getting in terms of picks. But FFR EIGER Snipes You taking their sweet time with their first pick here. So we're gonna wait and see what that ends up being. Gonna be Hidden 2 as the first pick. Okay. That's interesting. Forbidden Light. We are gonna go Hidden Low Aim Streamy pick as the first map for FFR EIGER Snipes You against the team of legit players. So this will be Voss EIGER. Would have expected Noriko and Mavs, but I guess Lilyfall maybe. Is this kind of BPM to where this is 169 BPM? I'm pretty sure Badu can play this. If he can't play this, I'm a little concerned. I think the CC difference is going to be huge in this match as well. FFR EIGER Snipes You with Noriko, who is just a very consistently strong player in CC against legit players. So Shiny Chariot and Tatsuya, neither of whom have really been playing all that well the last couple weeks. That's going to be a possible factor that could really influence the outcome of this match. If FFR EIGER Snipes You can pick stuff that Noriko is good at, you know, and they also have good high A seeds for, and they'll be in a pretty interestingly, potentially good spot. You know, never feels like guaranteed or anything, but it's going to be fascinating to me to see how Badu does on this. 169 BPM is, you know, not fast by any means, so he should be able to play this okay. EIGER Mavs, Noriko to be joined by, I'm guessing, Voss for FFR EIGER Snipes You. We got Woei, Badu, Shiny Chariot, Utsuha for legit players. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that roster. That's, you know, they're three relative to the opposition best players, I think, from their skill sets. Ooh, it's Doomy. I don't know that I would have necessarily expected Doomy in for the Hidden Stream Flow Aim. But, you know, homie can do a lot of things. So, we'll just get into it, and we'll see how it goes. Match number 2. Winner of this one faces Welcome to Mongolia tomorrow. Loser is eliminated. EIGER Snipes You, legit players. Mavs, EIGER, Shin, Noriko, Dumi against Wowie Badu, Shiny Chariot, and Utsuha. And, you know, there is a non-zero chance that legit players just stomps this match. Like, there is actually a world in which that happens, but there's also a world where this one's incredibly closely fought, so we're gonna get into it and find out which of those it ends up being. I mean, Shiny Chariot is not playing with everyone else, so restart here. Hopefully he'll load. Nope, okay, he's just gonna be behind no matter what. Cool. There we are. And do me the early break for EIGER Snipes You, but it looks like Shiny Chariot as well. Utsuha, Shinnoriko, Mavs. This map is, as we saw previously in the earlier match, is very tricky to be consistent on. As you see breaks pretty much everywhere. It's literally Wowie against EIGER and Dumi now. Early 100k lead for legit players, but that's going to come on back, especially as Wowie finds a break. Hidden streams are just so hard to be consistent on, unless your name is apparently Suiji, who ran roughshod over this map. EIGER does find the breaks, but Dumi holds on. Maybe a little cheese, 96%. The accuracy incredibly low for EIGER Snipes You, which is keeping legit players in the lead, but Dumi with a big combo advantage. Nobody has anything close to his combo. 500 plus. The lead should go over to FF or EIGER Snipes You here if our client ever decides to play nicely. Oh, that fine cursor control aim on some of those quick little wiggle jumps. This is going to get very close, but Dumi's combo is leading the way for FF or EIGER Snipes You just into the ending. Badu trades a break with Mavs. Dumi breaks as well as Utsuha. It's going to be Wowie, Shiny Chariot. No, just Wowie. Trying to match up against EIGER and Noriko. I think that's enough combo for FF or EIGER Snipes You to hold on to this one unless they both break and Wowie FC's the ending. No, EIGER breaks, but Noriko holds on. It's going to take us into the end. Noriko holds on just long enough that it is going to be the first point going to FF or EIGER Snipes You by, end up over 100k. I didn't feel like that was 100k worth of lead, but I guess it did the job. 570k or just under. Okay, he gave the pick before the map even finished. All right. Well, it was an instant Nomad 2 pick here for legit players, which is fascinating to me. They currently have 2 C seeds and no A seed. Monko. Yeah, this is... I'm just kind of thinking about this pick because Monko will be pretty good at this. Smarty will be good at this. I think Kinakon should be okay at this. I don't really know about the C seed for legit players on this pick between Tatsuya, Shiny Chariot. I don't know, and I don't think it really makes much difference. Dumi, Noriko, Mavs, and EIGER for FF or EIGER Snipes You. I guess this is like slightly advantaged to legit players 200 BPM, Nomad 2. Obviously, it's something that they're very confident in. It was their first pick, and he picked it before the score had even been given. But this is not, you know, kind of the skill set that I would expect legit players to immediately jump into, given their team. And... I'm just gonna say legit players are favored in this and obviously confident in it, so, you know, that's all you need to know, I suppose. DC difference, man. Kinecon and Mavs, that might be something to look out for. But everybody else on both teams, I think, relatively similarly matched. Oh, there's a break from EIGER. All right, never mind. EIGER and Mavs are both dying. Kinecon does break. Doomy and Noriko just very comfortable on this. However, still have 3 FCs for legit players. And there goes Noriko. Tatsuya breaks also. It is Smarty and Monko, the A and B seeds for legit players. Doomy, the A seed for FF or EIGER Snipes You. And it's already a big lead. And back in we go. Doomy looking cool, calm, and collected, but unfortunately his team a bit behind. And with the double FC still intact for legit players, not going to be much that FF or EIGER Snipes You can really do here. Tatsuya does find a break for legit players. They get another couple of misses, I guess. It could be technically, like, at least close. But instead, Mavs and Noriko both break, and the lead is just going to continue to grow. Alright, so it does seem this is a pretty good pick here for legit players. Yeah. I'm glad I trusted them to know what their own first pick should be. Smarty does find a late break, so just Monko left with the FC over there. Doomy with the FC matching him. Slightly behind in accuracy is Doomy, but not really all that relevant at this point, as it is a 600,000 point lead for legit players. And there goes Doomy. No FCs will be forthcoming for FF or EIGER Snipes You. Monko is going the distance here. Kinecon breaks at the end, so will it be Monko with the only FC? Yes. Oh, he misses the last 2 notes. Nope, just the last note, or second to last note. Oh my god. These matches, dude, why is everybody missing the ending? Interesting, the last match, Utami and Bubbleman both won 100 FC'd this map. And, yeah, I don't know, Mavs 77%. Happens. A lot of people just can't play this. This is kind of the Suiji experience. Where if you don't roll players in a seed who can play a certain skill set, you just kind of get screwed in late rounds when they can't fake it. There comes a point where it's hard to pretend to be able to play a skill set, and I think Finals Nomad 2 and Finals Nomad 5 are definitely that point. Because, you know, you had Konyo and I forget who it was that played Nomad 2 that got like 20k on their team, or 70k on their team, I don't know, it's along those lines. I think it was blue. And now you have Mavs. I don't mind me. All right, that's fixed. At 999 wins, he's the entire stream. All right, no mod 4 is at long last the pick here for EIGER Snipes You, so we will get to the Camellia Violet X-Code. Little collab difficulty here. Misters Asilica and Philia. The massive Gigatech set. Everybody's favorite tournament. Alright. This is an interesting pick for EIGER Snipes You. Because, like, typically you'd expect Wowie and Badoo to obviously be, like, better at tech. But 180 BPM streams exist in this map, and Badoo stream moment. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, Wowie is going to do really well in this. It's like Doomy, Chiv, EIGER, and Noriko for EIGER Snipes You. Wowie Badoo will be joined by Shiny Chariot and Utsuha for legit players. This is an EIGER map, I'm pretty sure, but it's also a Wowie Badoo map if they can, as long as Badoo can hold on with, you know, the mechanical requirements of it. If his left hand exists. That's going to be, I think, the deciding factor in this is really just, I mean, obviously, you know, hold combo, because it's a tech map, and they're often tricky to hold combo on, but also, you know, how well can Badoo play this? Well, you're going to find out shortly. I'm interested, it's been Doomy for 3 picks in a row, actually. I mean, he's expected on Nomad 2. I don't know that I would expect him on Hidden 2, but he played it really well, so it's fine. I don't know that I expect Doomy on tech, but we'll find out. Noriko EIGER. Pretty expected. I think Lilyflower is probably not going to play at all. I wouldn't expect, at least. I don't know that I expect Ukase to play all that much unless there's a raw speed pick. I think that's about all he plays over EIGER. And there's the early break from Badoo. EIGER matches it, though. Shiny Chariot. Doomy trading a couple misses as well. Doomy with several misses, in fact. Shiv the next to go. It is Wowie and Utsuha. The only combos over there, Shin and Noriko, the only combo on EIGER Snipes You, and there goes Utsuha as well. It is Wowie versus Noriko. Well, that's, I think Wowie wins that 99 times out of 100 on a tech pick, but we'll see how it pans out here. 70k lead or so for legit players, a little bit of combo advantage, but pretty evenly matched for the moment. Ooh, another break from Doomy. That's not what you like to see. Gonna take some breaks here for legit players, almost halfway through already, and it's about 100k lead. There goes Utsuha. That was what EIGER Snipes You needed. There goes Chiv, though. Won't be able to take advantage. There goes Wowie. That's huge. The FC is gone for legit players. Meanwhile, Shin and Noriko still holding on. And the client dies. I'm gonna get in a quick panic and see if it helps. I don't know if it's going to help. We're just gonna watch and see. EIGER on a 1K combo? Question mark? EIGER just playing the combo game, 93 AC, but holding a giant combo. Also, for some reason, it says Sheena Noriko is at 1,221 points and 65% accuracy. The map is probably over by now, actually. Thanks, Spancho. Thanks, Tournament Client. And EIGER just going huge. EIGER is just going massive. I wish we could have seen this. This is really depressing. But, yeah. Man, carry tech player EIGER. What in the heck? Does miss the wiggle, but it's all goods. That is FFR EIGER Snipes You taking their pick. Thank you, Mr. EIGER. Thank you, Mr. Sheena Noriko. Wait, 1,200 combo, and he got a lower score than Sheena, who got a 760 combo. 6 misses, 93 AC, I suppose. Might have had something to do with that. But, nice job, Tourney Client. You're doing a really good job. Late round EIGER. He is pretty good. Well, he struggled with that a lot more than I would have expected him to, as did Badu. Badu, I guess, not overly surprising, because the BPM may be a little uncomfortable. I don't know. Would have expected, I think, a little bit of a better score from legit players, but that score from EIGER Noriko and actually Doomy, I mean, 446k, not bad at all on that. Good stuff. It's a good pick from them, and they will take the 2-1 lead. Let's see. 597k EIGER, 510k Noriko, 488k Doomy. It's 468k Badu, 317k Wowie, 294k Shiny Chariot, 328 and 258 on the DC. It's kind of not relevant all that much in that one. That was really unfortunate to watch because everybody just, the entire tournament client just died. Hopefully that doesn't happen again or more. I don't know whether to blame Bancho or the tournament client or what. And it's going to be hidden number 1. This is a pretty reasonably expected pick for legit players. Answer: Xarius Delis collab diff, which means uncomfortable dense aim, 224 BPM. But it is all about the aim on this one and the reading, which explains the pick from legit players. It is relatively fast. I mean, 224 BPM is kind of high, but it's like just alternate the aim and you'll be fine. At Badu. No roster changes for EIGER Snipes You? Wait, that's gonna switch Mavs in for Chiv. Kinakon coming in for Utsuha over on legit players side. So it's gonna be EIGER Noriko Mavs against Badu, Wowie, Shiny Chariot, and Kinakon. Legit players. Again, you know, legit players, a completely unsurprising pick that they go into dense aim hidden that requires a pretty decent amount of reading as well. Also, you know, fairly consistency heavy. This one, 3 minutes, 38 seconds, so decently long. In we go. Let's see what everyone can do on it. This is a map where you can miss just about anywhere. The aim is not comfortable in the slightest. So you're gonna look at Wowie and Badu as like just the players who are probably gonna pop off on this. And maybe Kinakon as well. Starting off pretty well for legit players as all 4 members of FFR EIGER Snipes You break in the first 200 combo. Obviously a ton of map left. Whoa, he breaks on the first stream. Badoo probably had to double tap that. Mavs broke on it as well, fortunately. Won't hurt legit players too badly. Noriko the next to break. So EIGER, Doomy are going to bring combo into the first game. Make that just Doomy. Going to bring combo into the first game. Make that no one. Okay. Well, Chariot's going to break next. Badoo and Kinokon holding things down on that side of legit players. This is very, very difficult, to be honest. And Badoo and Kinokon just making it look easy. 160k, yeah, lead already for legit players. Only a third of the way through. But that lead is going to grow because that's 2 FCs and nobody over 200 combo over on FF or EIGER Snipes You. This one is going to be all legit players all the time, I think. However, Kinokon does finally find a break. Same as a pattern. There goes Shiny Chariot as well, but Badoo... yeah, he's doing what Badoo does. Oh. I don't know that he knew where the next note was there, that's funny. Yeah, 300k lead here for legit players. Wowie Shiny Chariot do both break. Not a lot of back and combo, actually no back and combo for Badoo. Fortunately for legit players, FF or EIGER Snipes You doesn't really have that much combo on their side either. And there go EIGER, Mavs, and Noriko, and Doom. Wow, they just 4-way reset. Okay. Alright, well, this is a Badoo map. In case anybody wondered why Backsay wins all those show matches, it's because Badoo is always on his team. And Badoo does these things to people. Like, he just takes your heart and tears it out and steps on it with his reading and aim. This is the one part of the map that he's gonna have trouble with. He's gonna have to double tap the crap out of those streams. Okay, and he just, like, makes it through, whatever. Badoo's not supposed to hit that stream. Yep. Alright, we're watching Badoo putting on a clinic here on Hidden 1. He's actually still over 98 AX too, because there's only like 3 streams in the map, and it's just not that bad. Wow. Bow down before the lord of awkward hidden aim, everyone, because there are few in the game who can touch what Badoo does on these types of maps. And that is just a single-handed carry from the man himself. Yep. Good work to Badoo. Can't say I'm very surprised that he did that. Dense aim hidden. That is Badoo City. And he puts on the carry. And it is 2-2 now. Tied up. Dead even. It's 2v4 with Badoo and Kinokon. Nice consistent scores there for FF or EIGER Snipes You. Doomy, EIGER, and Mavs all between 330 and 360k. Unfortunately, that's not nearly good enough. Badoo simply does not miss on that kind of map. Alright, next pick, FF or EIGER Snipes You. Really went Hidden 2, Nomad 4. Where did they go next? Hard Rock 2? Nomad, I don't think they picked Nomad 3. I don't think that's a thing that happens. Ooh, DC4. Okay. We are getting another Chaser XX pick. So this forces Badu and Woey probably both out. In favor of Monko and Smarty, I would guess. I am fairly sure that this is a pretty good pick for FF or EIGER Snipes You between Dumi, Ukase, EIGER, and Noriko? Well, Ukase and EIGER can't play the same time. Dumi, Ukase, Noriko, and whoever? Looks like Mavs, maybe? Against Monko, Smarty, Shiny Chariot, and I'm guessing Kinokon? See if anybody can do what Fancy Lad did earlier, just the slate slider break, almost 1,000,000 points. This, I think the thing is here, you know, you're forcing out, as I said, the skill set that most teams are going to be weakest against. You're getting rid of the Badu, Woey, you know, that kind of reading aim, gimmicky type of stuff, and forcing them onto more mechanics maps that other players are going to have to be in for. And obviously, you know, Noriko, Ukase, Dumi, all really good at fast stuff, relatively solid on finger control as well, which this has both of those things. Some streams, you've got some 1/6 stuff. So I like the pick here from FF or EIGER Snipes You. However, I think Monko is probably going to do pretty well in this. I think Smarty is probably going to do pretty well in this. I don't know what to expect out of Tatsuya and Utsuha. And we've talked at length about, you know, the relative differences in seeds. The D seeds, I think, probably stronger for legit players. The B seed or the C seeds stronger for FF or EIGER Snipes You. Mostly on the back of Shina Noriko, who's going to be in for probably every pick. And I think speed advantage in the high seeds for FF or EIGER Snipes You just by a bit with Dumi and Ukase. Over Monko and Smarty, but Monko and Smarty both good at, you know, relatively solid on higher BPM stuff as well. So this could be very, very tightly contested. My big concern is going to be Tatsuya. Oh, but Tatsuya does break a lot early, but it's a 4-way full reset for FF or EIGER Snipes You. In order to combo in, you can't really be missing at this juncture in the map, guys. It is Utsuha with the FC, no real combo backing him up, but it's a 100k lead for legit players, and everybody's just struggling. Apparently nobody in this lobby can actually play this map all that well. Utsuha on a 450 combo, and that is pretty big because it's 100k lead for legit players. Combo somewhat in their favor, even other than that FC, so. And coming into the late part, there's a lot of score to be had at the ending here, but it's a big lead for legit players. Tatsuya and Monko both breaking. Mavs, Dumi, Ukase all missing. That's going to really do it. Man, what is Utsuha even? DC difference. DC difference is real. Actually, this is just team diff. Finally, the late breaks, but it does not matter at this point. Wow, that was just never close. Legit players took the lead and didn't even think about relinquishing it for a second. 400k victory there. 848k from Utsuha, just the 3 misses. 532k for Smarty, the second score there. Yeah. CC diff, 492k for Noriko, 175k for Tatsuya, but DC at 848k for Utsuha versus 210k for Mavs. 414, 532 versus 510 and 340 on the A and B seeds. I mean, those are kind of whatever, but that's the differences you're expecting, right? The CC diff in favor of FF or EIGER Snipes You, but not enough to make up for the DC difference between Utsuha and Mavs. And that's a break point. Legit players take a 3-2 lead. Utsuha DC, by the way. Oh, it is legit players pick, and they're going to go straight into free mod number 1. So that is going to be our Jinx's Rohi Blonde Leaf Schlanliet? I think it's something like Schlanliet because I think it's Irish. But that means goodbye. That actually just means goodbye. Can I find a pronunciation guide somewhere? Translate.google.com. Translate from Irish. No, voice output isn't available. Oh, wait, here's a YouTube guide.
Hi, this is Siobhan from Bite-Size Irish Gaelic. Here's to say Slánlet.
Slánlet. There you go, guys. Slánlet. Alright, now we all know. Now we all know. Slánlet. We are teaching people Gaelic today. Here at the Suiji stream. 240 BPM, making it the fastest of the free mods, also the shortest of the free mods, just a minute 52. 6.71, no mod 7.16 hard rock. I believe we saw mostly hard rock on this previously, but FF or EIGER Snipes You, I think, kind of hidden favored as a team. Noriko, EIGER can probably both hidden this, and then Doomy and Mavs no mod. Meanwhile, legit players, you can go Badoo hidden Smarty hard rock, or you can go like Badoo. Wait, Badoo on this? That's interesting. I guess there's no real streams or anything, so it's fine. Smarty can hard rock this, and then Shiny Chariot or Kinecon can mod it as well with whatever their choice of mod is. I think with the roster you see in for FF or EIGER Snipes You, it's actually probably going to be double hidden for them. Let's find out. Yep, EIGER, Noriko hidden, Doomy, Mavs, no mod. And, okay, the C and D seed's gonna be modding here for legit players. You've got hidden on China. And somebody's gone. Hidden on Shiny Chariot, Hard Rock on Kinecon. But apparently we're just missing... Why are we question marking? We have no Mavs. FF or EIGER Snipes You has no D seed, guys. All right, we are finally back in. As we said, EIGER, Noriko hidden, no mod on Doomy and Mavs. Hard Rock on Kinecon, hidden on Shiny Chariot, no mod on Smarty and Badoo. So, kind of interesting strategies being employed. A and B seeds, no mod for legit players. A and D seeds, no mod for FF or EIGER Snipes You. And the no mod players and legit players instantly breaking in the intro. But Noriko having a lot of trouble with that first 100 combo as well. So, it's going to stay pretty even for the moment. Noriko down at 91%, Mavs at 92%. I guess Badoo has learned to play triplets at 240 BPM. EIGER and Shiny Chariot going to trade a couple breaks. Kinecon with EFC, Doomy and Mavs still on the full combos. No backing combo for them at all. Advantage still legit players. Chariot and Noriko gonna trade misses. Advantage still pretty heavily in favor of legit players here. 2 FCs for FF or EIGER Snipes You, so the door is there if they can get an opening with a break from any of those combos from legit players. It is potentially a comebackable map, but Kinokon is just going. 99.6 Hard Rock still holding the FC. Smarty and Badoo have recovered well from the early breaks. There go Chariot and Mavs again. Just not much FF or EIGER Snipes you can do here. 200k, and there go EIGER Noriko. This is going to be a consolidated break point. It's going to be 4-2. Legit players. Kinokon finally does find a break, but Badoo and Smarty still on those big combos. And while Doomy looks to get a Nomad FC out of things here, it's just not going to matter because the team difference is too great. Today we learned that Badoo can almost FC a 240 BPM map. Finally find a late break on that triplet. And Smarty with a reverse choke, Doomy with the FC. Playing very well today is Doomy, but unfortunately not anything he could do there. The scores from Smarty, Badoo, and Kinokon just too strong. 275k on Shiny Chariot. Yeah, the CC difference like would have been there, but unfortunately Sheena Noriko only put up 377k. Just not enough, even with 100k advantage. All he was able to get. Just better scores on everyone else on legit players other than Doomy's FC. So 4-2. Things get a little tricky now, as FF or EIGER Snipes You will have the next pick, but don't know what they're going to have that they'll feel confident with. 3100's one miss on Hard Rock for Kinokon, by the way, as a D-seed. Meanwhile, Mav's 5100s and 4 misses. The DC difference? I mean, that's what I was talking about, though. Coming into this match, the DC difference between these two teams is ridiculous. It's actually far bigger than the CC difference, I think, so far. That difference between Mavs and Chiv, mostly Mavs, compared to Kinokon and Utsuha, it's just not even comparable how much stronger Kinokon and Utsuha are. And unfortunately, you know, Noriko just not able to make up that difference in most cases. Shiny Chariot and Tatsuya playing, you know, well enough, and Noriko not doing anything too outrageous. You know, the higher seeds relatively matched. You've got, you know, Badoo, you know, outperforming Doomy on Badoo maps, but Doomy's still playing pretty well in general. And then Smarty and Woey against EIGER and Ukase, who played one map. You know, it's relatively. It's comparably more even in the A and B seeds, but just the DC difference is so huge between these teams that it makes it really difficult for FF or EIGER Snipes You, because the way Kinokon and Utsuha are performing as compared to their opposition, it's hard to combat. So FF or EIGER Snipes You are going to have to find some picks that their higher seeds can outperform the opposing tie seeds and just hope that it's by enough. I don't think Nomad 3 is the play here, though. It's a Badoo. It's Nomad 3 and Badoo exists. Like, I'm pretty sure Badoo just FCs this like 70% of the time. Badoo on alt maps is just automatic. Also, Utsuha, very good at alt as well. That's going to be something to be worried about if you are FF or EIGER Snipes You. All right. Still waiting on the DC for legit players here. Once again, match feels like it's taking a really long time. We played 6 maps in an hour. A lot of timers being run down here. And it is, of course, going to be Utuha. No surprise there. Dumi, Chiv, EIGER, Noriko, Wowie, Badoo, Shiny Chariot, Utuha. There are definitely people who can play this on both sides. I think Badoo is arguably like the most automatic on all picks, but Utuha, likewise, as a D-seed compared to Chiv, I think is a big advantage to have. But man, EIGER on combo maps, and you know, Shino Noriko has been outperforming his opposing C-seed most of the time, it seems like, but it's just not been by a huge margin. And the concern always comes back to just how much will Utuha outperform Chiv by if that does end up happening. And then what is the A and B seed matchup going to end up looking like between Dumi and EIGER against Wowie and Badoo? Like, I just feel like, I mean, Dumi is good at all as well. I got to give him his credit, but Badoo is one of those players, you know, you feel like it's expected that he's going to do ridiculous things on maps like this. So we'll find out. This is a big moment for FF or EIGER Snipes You. They really can't afford to fall behind another break point, I don't think. It'd be 5-2 at that juncture, and that would just not be a good place to be for them. So they're going to need to really step up their game here on this pick and just pull out every last bit of combo that they can find on every member. Give me a single tap. I think he hybrid taps this type of map. Chiv single tap, actually. Oh, the early break from EIGER. First miss of the map. Not what you want to see if your FF or EIGER Snipes You. Combo gamer missing on a combo map. Not optimal. Wowie, though, will find the early break for legit players, so it's going to be a combo back over to FF or EIGER Snipes You. A small lead for them. Accuracy staying pretty similar between everyone. That 99.5, the only outlier on Badoo, the only player over 99 AC. Into Ki number 1, we're going to go. Let's see if anybody can find some separation. Dumi is going to be the next to break, but he's matched by Shiny Chariot, so it is Chiv and Noriko, Utuha and Badoo. You've got A and D seeds for legit players, C and D seeds, excuse me, for FF or EIGER Snipes You. This one's going to stay pretty close, but that combo advantage on EIGER will keep FF or EIGER Snipes You in touch. However, Dumi finding another break. Really unfortunate that he's forced to play this late, being from Australia, is not the best in Suiji. Shiny Chariot, though, going to find a break, so lead will go on over to FF or EIGER Snipes You. 2 FCs against 2, but better backing combo for the team on the left. Wowie and Shiny Chariot will build back up. This section of the map, not the most difficult. Another break from Shiny Chariot. Noriko's starting to really pull away from his opposing number, and that was, as we said, that CC difference, but Utuha with, well, now the lead over Chiv, as Chiv finds a break. Double FC for legit players, backed up by a 600 combo from Wowie. Meanwhile, Noriko with the FC, EIGER 700, Dumi 400 combo, so relatively similar, but the FC advantage is pretty big, and legit players are going to run their lead out just a little bit farther. FF or EIGER Snipes, you really have to just kind of pray the legit players have a break on one or both of their FCs, because otherwise this could get kind of ugly. Chiv having trouble. There goes Utuha. That was what they needed to have happen for FF or EIGER Snipes You. But they need another break from legit players. They need Badoo, Wowie, or Shiny Chariot. Somebody has to break. The lead is going to come back very, very slowly, but it goes. It's Shiny Chariot, but Shiny Noriko, that was the one FC they had remaining. And now it is Badoo and Wowie with the 2K combo between them, EIGER and Dumi on the FF or EIGER Snipes You side, but now this gets scary. This comes into the last Ki, and that's a lot of combo for legit players. Wowie does break, though. It opens the door back up. FF or EIGER Snipes You have Dumi and EIGER both on a lot of combo, and it is just Badoo. No, there goes Dumi as well. Ah, man. Every time you think that they're going to have some sort of advantage for FF or EIGER Snipes You, they find the most unfortunate break, and Badoo being Badoo just does not miss on this type of map. Badoo is the closest thing to automatic on a Nomad 3 that exists in the game, and he is going to bring this one in. Legit players are going to take, it looks like, another break point here. It stayed close. It was very hard fought between these teams, and it's still going to be very close at the ending because there is combo on Chiv and Noriko, but it's just not going to be quite enough. the Badoo FC manages to hold off the efforts of FF EIGER Snipes You, and that is 5-2 now the score. Legit players 2 points away. And as we said, man, you just can't let Badoo play No Mod 3. You just can't. It's not allowed. Badoo does not miss on No Mod 3s. He puts up a 99.3 AC FC, 539k from Utsuha, 520k from Wowie. I mean, just not a lot, unfortunately. FF EIGER Snipes You had a good run at it, right? 772k Eiger, 656k Noriko versus 384k Shiny Chariot. Like, that's the difference. Every time, it's the difference that we're talking about. You've got Utsuha 539k versus Chiv 480k. Not a huge difference. You've got Noriko 656k versus Shiny Chariot 384k. That is a big difference, but unfortunately, FF EIGER Snipes You just kind of needed an FC on somebody. They needed like a 900k, and they didn't get anything over a 772k. And Doomy with the A seed bottom score is really unfortunate. Underperformance a little bit there from him. And once again, Legit players in a good spot in a match. When we go into the DT pool, double time the second, it's going to be Death Moon, SHK, 240 BPM, K-Taro, not KTG Star. I almost said KTG Star because Death Moon just screams KTG Star. It's K-Taro. Minute 45, this is a very short DT pick here. Just a bit of a finger control bursty map for legit players. Alright, the GLHF's coming out once again, taking their sweet time to get in, but here we go. DT2, Doomy Mavs, Eiger, Noriko, Smarty, Utsuha, Shiny Chariot, and Monko. What technically could end up being legit players' last pick here if they win this and then get another break point. It would just be over like that. Hopefully, for the sake of FF EIGER Snipes You, they can at least get another point on the board. First, we have to load into the map, though. This is not going to happen. This is so stupid. Somebody call up. Somebody just call up, I don't know who, and tell them to fix this stupid client, dear God. I was like, oh, Laser Client will be better, and then I found out that Laser Client is actually not its own client, and it's just the same, so it's still bad. Alright, well, we're gonna just watch, because I'm not gonna spam panic to try and get Noriko in, and we'll just assume that he is FCing at all points in the map. Oh, never mind, he's gonna play the beginning by himself, and we'll get everyone. Okay, Poggers in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 8 players. Oh my god, it actually happened. This is interesting to see Eiger in on this over Ukase. I feel like Ukase, the speed player, would have been in for this 240 BPM pretty burst heavy map, but that's a 3-way reset for FF EIGER Snipes You. Oh boy, that's not starting out the way they want it to. Utsuha, Shiny Chariot, and Monko on the full combinations. Yep, okay, well, I guess it's just team diff, unfortunately. The scaling of legit players is too insane. This is actually over already, I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe not. Shiny Chariot? Yeah, no. Okay, Utsuha is the only combo. Oh no, there's no combo in FF or EIGER Snipes You. Yeah, this is actually over. Dude, what is Utsuha? How is Utsuha a D seed? Okay, he finally shows that he is in fact human by missing the stream and smoking his entire screen. Well, that's legit players just doing legit players things. They're gonna win this by 700-800K, and it's gonna be match points and a lot of them. Yep. That is a big win for legit players on that pick. That was very good for them. 797K Utsuha, top scorer D seed. By the way, the D seed difference, 797K Utsuha, 161K Mavs. And, I mean, the CC difference is still there. Shinoriko 200K higher than Shiny Chariot, but fortunately, Doomy and EIGER did not have great runs. And, yeah, so we go 6-2. And it is down to this. 6-2 the score in favor of legit players. FF or EIGER Snipes You facing a whole bunch of match points. So, don't know where they go here. So you've got, obviously, a decent amount of maps still available. No Mod 1, No Mod 5, Hard Rock 2, Hard Rock 3, DT 3, Free Mod 3. 6, and there's 4 picks left? It doesn't seem like there should be more maps left than 6. Oh well. It's an 0-1. Alright, I guess this is just kind of throwing caution to the wind here. This is what happens when you get to this stage of a match. You just pick No Mod 1 and you pray to whatever god there is, whatever gods there are in your religion. You just hope that something good can happen, because this is the point in the match where it's really, I mean, you just, if you're FF or EIGER Snipes You, like, you're probably not in the best place mentally. You're down 6-2. You've lost 4 maps in a row. Legit players are just performing better, and you know, like, what do you even kind of try to do at this point? No Voss today. I wonder how much of a difference that would have made. I mean, I feel like Doomy's played all right. I mean, he's playing stuff that isn't really his specialty or his skill set, strictly speaking. So, but I don't know how big of a difference it actually would have made in the match necessarily. Who are the AIM players in this? I don't even know. EIGER, I guess, and then Badu and Utsuha? I don't know. Shiny Chariot, Smarty, and I don't really think of as AIM players. Noriko can aim pretty well, actually. He's gotten much better at No Mod 1s than he was in the past, so. I don't know. It's a skill set that pretty much everyone in the game can play to some degree. Everyone has to be able to aim with their cursor if you are going to be, you know, just, like, high enough ranked to get into this tournament in the first place. But, does this have any streams? I don't think so, right? It's 200 BPM, and, like, there's triplets and maybe a couple quints or something. I don't think there's any actual streams, so Badu is just gonna do the Badu thing, I feel. Noriko will be the first to break. Nobody else breaking, so that's a 300 combo lead for legit players going into the first Ki. And EIGER oh, okay. Alright. GG, well played. EIGER, Doomy, Noriko all break at the end of the Ki. Chiv the only combo left, and meanwhile, a 4-way FC is intact for legit players. So, well, you know, don't count your chickens before they hatch, I guess, but I don't know that there's really any coming back from this one, unfortunately, for FF or EIGER Snipes You. This match was always going to be difficult for them, and legit players just too strong at a really wide variety of skill sets. And, I mean, Badu just doesn't miss in this tournament, apparently. He has such a good A-seed pair. Malko can come in for all of the speed stuff, and Badu just gets to play his own skill set, and he is never going to do badly. You know, he's just a ludicrously consistent player. And then you've got Utuha, who is performing like just the best D-seed left in the tournament at this point, which is going to set up a very interesting like matchup again tomorrow. We'll talk about that after this, because we still do have to get through the rest of this map, but it is a foregone conclusion pretty much at this point. This is just legit players putting on a clinic on Nomad 1. Very good aim players on that side. Just ridiculous consistency. Chariot does finally break his FC, so Utuha and Badu gonna close this one out. Well done, really, to legit players. Just a team that managed to roll such good performers in many seeds. Will they get a double FC out of this on the Nomad 1? That would just put an exclamation mark on this match. It's definitely looking possible. Utuha does finally break. It is no longer possible, I'm sorry. It's okay, though. It's going to be a 600, 700,000 point win. See if Badu finishes out. It's FC in the ending. A little cheeky FC here from Badu. Yep, he just doesn't miss, man. He just doesn't miss. God. Badu is so good. And yep, just casually, as you do, FC's Nomad 1 last map, 7-2 final score. That's the cherry on top there. Legit players, 7-2 victors. Unfortunately, not a very surprising result. Badu just goes in for maps that he's good at, and he FCs them. I mean, Nomad 3 FC, Nomad 1 FC. I think those Hidden 1 FC. It's just the Badu method, man. It is legit players. I didn't advance to the GF because this was losers bracket. So legit players going tomorrow. They will face off against Vulcan Mongolia in losers round 7 for a top 3 spot. FF for EIGER Snipes You, man, well done to them. You can't take anything away from their performance getting this far in the tournament. Same thing happened to them as happened to Stinky Cheese. Both of the semifinalists dropped a losers bracket and instantly lost. That's kind of interesting how that ended up going. But that's kind of a matter of Vulcan Mongolia getting eliminated early and scaling really well, and a matter of legit players running into great suggestions who could have used their weaknesses much better, I think, than really most other teams in the tournament could. So can't feel too ashamed if you're really FF for EIGER Snipes You. Good performance from them. Thank you to them for playing, of course. They did put on some very good performances in this tournament. The fact that legit players dropped to losers, I mean, they, like I said, they ran into the one team that could beat them, I think, in the winners bracket. So, just how it goes. And so, that's gonna do it. Tomorrow we set up a couple of very good matches. We have TF versus Great Suggestions winners bracket final, and we have legit players versus Welcome to Mongolia losers bracket round 7. That is going to be an interesting matchup. You know, legit players, obviously, A seeds, incredible. B seeds on their maps, incredible. D seeds, the best in the tournament. Meanwhile, Welcome to Mongolia, you have Bubbleman, who is on a rampage, and you have Chillier Defons at C seed. They will be able to abuse the Shiny Chariot Tatsuya C seed pair. I think better than any other team that's left in the tournament. The problem is I don't know. I think Bubbleman is better suited against legit players, and Suiji as well. I don't mean to discount him, but it's been mainly the Bubbleman show the last couple weeks for Welcome to Mongolia. So I think that is where that one's going to be won or lost. You know, I think Bubbleman is going to match Badu Monko. He is better at raw speed. You know, like the Nomad 5 is something that I think legit players will absolutely be forced into banning. So we'll see how that goes. But I think the Chillier Defons C seeds, I think that could be very interesting to see how that goes, if they can build an advantage out of that against legit players. But legit players just feel so well-rounded. The only seed that they have any weakness in is really C, A, B, and D. They're all very, very strong. Meanwhile, for Welcome to Mongolia, both their B and their D seeds, relatively speaking, weaker than legit players. So I think that one's going to be another tricky matchup. I think legit players probably advantaged by a small amount, but I think that Welcome to Mongolia is a team that does very good prep, and I think they can leverage their strength into making that a very competitive matchup. So that will be an exciting one. And of course, winners bracket final, Great Suggestions versus TF. Those two teams have looked incredible throughout the entire tournament. You know, the Great Suggestions just well-rounded. No single person has been hard carrying that team. They've all been pulling their weight. TF, of course, you know, you can kind of look at it as the Akoro show, but really another team that, you know, has done well across the board. Players like Zubs, Blue Ryuke, A-seed pair, pretty well matched to each other. A lot of competitiveness, I think, in that matchup as well, so that should be a good one. So tomorrow, 16 UTC, I'm going to beg and pray one of these the winners bracket teams, to maybe move by an hour one direction or the other, because otherwise the matches are at the exact same time, because this is Suiji and everybody hates this tournament. Everybody hates playing at different times in this tournament. Everybody just wants to play at the same time no matter what. So hopefully we can maybe get somebody to move a match by a little bit. But otherwise those matches are on at the same time, which fucking sucks. So we'll see what ends up happening. But that'll be tomorrow. You've got Great Suggestions TF winners bracket, and legit players is Welcome to Mongolia losers bracket. So congratulations today, Welcome to Mongolia legit players on their wins. Thank you for playing to FF EIGER Snipes You and Stinky Cheese. I go home top 6. And thank you to everyone for watching. Make sure to be back tomorrow. Winners bracket final, 16 UTC, probably. And we will be seeing you guys then. GG well played to everyone today. And have a good one.